Hi, this is Maurice with QTalk, and I am here to talk to you about QTalk StoryMaker. QTalk StoryMaker is a new tool that has been requested by teachers, I want to say, for at least 15 years. And I resisted doing this because I knew it was going to be a lot of work. How am I going to digitize thousands of images and scenes and characters? And I finally got around doing it, and I let some of my teachers try it, and they were absolutely thrilled. I'm putting this tutorial for you, to show you how very user friendly it is. You can now create your own books, your own stories. You can publish them. You can add sounds. You can share them with other teachers. There's literally very little you cannot do with this. You can even add animation in it. For the purpose of this tutorial, I put together this little animation, this little story for you, right? And I say animation because I did include some animation into it. And you notice that I can have different pages, right? And this is about Michael, and he's running in the park, and he walks into some aliens. And I literally put this thing, it took me about 5, 6, 7 minutes to put it together. It's extremely fast to use. So what is really important for me is to create tools that are very user-friendly and very intuitive for teachers. Okay, so how did I put this thing together? Let's go to my first window. This is what we call the editor's window. I'm going to make this full screen to make it a little clearer. There you go. When you subscribe to QTalk StoryMaker, you open a window, and of course you don't see this. You start off with what we call a blank canvas. Okay, so you know what? I'm going to add notice at the top, I'm going to click on Add New Story. So I'm going to click here, and I'm going to have a blank canvas. When I create a story, generally, I like to start with a background, but some teachers like to have no background, no problem, So you notice that to your right, you have tabs with icons, subjects, verbs, objects, places, adjectives, times, connectors. Connectors really means conjunctions, prepositions, any abstract word, right? Adverbs, captions, weather. We're going to look into these later. So this is going to be the very basics, and then there's going to be other tutorials you can look at where we look at things in detail. Here, I just want to show you the broad lines, because some teachers don't like to get into too many details. Some teachers just want to dive into it. Okay, I get it, how to do it. Okay, I can do it. Okay, now, so some teachers like to even start with just characters. Okay, so here, this scene tab to the top right means all these scenes that you have. By the way, it also includes photographs, right? You can have photograph. You notice at the bottom, we have a series of photographs. If I click on characters here, I'm going to have all kinds of characters. I'm going to have animals. You can see that we have a lot of animals. And in each folder, you can see numbers, right? These are the numbers of animals we have in each subfolder. We have girls, we have boys, we have characters that are in the form of photographs, right? So if you want more realistic characters, if I click on Alex here, I can see photographs of Alex. And how do I place a photograph, or how do I place a picture on the canvas? Do I drag it? No, you simply click on it once. Here it is. Now this is Alex. Okay, this one takes a little longer to upload because it's a big photograph. And you notice that when I click on a picture, I have a series of buttons at the bottom. This one is, well, maybe I want to eliminate this picture. And this is to make my picture bigger. Let's make it bigger. Okay, maybe a little bigger. There you go. I have other buttons. This one is, you see a little microphone? Maybe I want to add a sound to this. So I will show this to you in the next little movie. How do I add sound? It's extremely simple. And now I'm going to add my other character that you saw in the other story. That was Michael. You notice that some characters have different names on their tabs. It's because teachers have been using them in different languages, and they know this character by either Michael or Luke or Lucas, okay? And I'm going to create my title page. And my title page, if you recall, it looked like this, right? Michael was running away. I'm going to look for that picture. By the way, you notice that you can also do a search by typing a word here. Like here, he's running scared. I could have typed runs and he would have appeared. I'm simply going to click on Michael right here. There you go. And Michael seemed to be running away from two aliens. By the way, I don't need these photographs here anymore, right? I don't need it. So I'm going to eliminate Alex. There you go. So that's it. I found Alex. I found Michael. Now I'm going to add my two aliens. Where do I find my two aliens? Well, I'm going to click on this folder called Fantasy, and this is going to open subfolders. Okay, so I'm going to click on Aliens, and I want to add two aliens. Notice that some of them are even animated, but you know what? For the sake of this one, maybe I just want to, let's see, what did I put before? Oh, they're looking at each other and they seem puzzled. Okay, no problem. So I look at this, I can look at my pictures, and I can very easily find one picture where they look at each other and they seem to be puzzled. Okay, so why not? There you go. I'm going to put this one in, and I'm going to put the other alien where he seems to be a little surprised. How about this one? This one looks good. Yeah, but they're way too big now, so I'm going to make them smaller. I'm going to click on the minus little icon here. There you go. And I'm going to make this guy a little smaller as well. There you go. And I'm going to make him smaller like that. Okay, let's make this guy smaller. All right. Okay. I'm using a laptop, so I'm doing this with a finger. It's not that easy, okay? So this is why the thing disappears. There you go. Bingo. They're looking at each other. I want it still a little smaller than that. There you go. Now I'm happy with the size. I can keep this way. I'm happy. Okay, that's fine. And I can leave the page blank, or I can add a background. So I'm going to click on my scene here, and I'm going to look for, originally they were in a park. Can I find a park? Let me see if I can find a similar park. Okay, I could click on anything I want, you know. Let's put, yeah, it looked like it was this park. Oh yeah, haha. So that's it. I created my first scene. It took me 2 minutes to do it. Didn't take long. So I'm going to compare it to what I showed you before. I had this. Right, so that's pretty good. Let's imagine that I want to save my work now. I'm going to click on Save. And I'm going to name the story, right? And I'm going to type it running scared. There you go. All right. Save. And here is my first story. I can still edit it. I can still change it after I created my story. All right. And I can simply, I'm going to make Michael still a little bigger. And that's it. In the next tutorial, we're going to see how we add text and we add captions. So I hope that was fun and intuitive. And also another thing we're going to do in the next tutorial, we're going to see how we can duplicate a scene and add more pages. It's so simple. Some of you are already looking at the buttons and they feel like, no, I get it. There's no need to look at the tutorial. And you're probably right. I hope that was fun. And let's see you in the next video.